hospitals to be very comforting places. As a matter of fact, a lot of people find them pretty unsettling. If you're one of those people, then this video we're about to look at probably won't help much. The video was posted to the Paranormal Encounter subreddit by a user known as NoTower5558 and showcases the 4th floor of an undisclosed hospital that was apparently closed down many years ago. According to the uploader, security experienced this while doing their rounds.
You need to come to 369 because we're experiencing a ghost.
Big time.
Literally.
Oh, there it goes.
Seriously, come look at this.
Now it's gonna stop. So if you know it, say hi.
Ethel.
Paul?
Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight?
Are they saying the name of this fucking...
What? What's wrong, Ethel?
Where is the
As you can see throughout the video, multiple lights can be seen flickering on and off in the room. At one point, a television even appears to turn on by itself. What also makes the footage interesting is that the hospital workers can be heard asking, "Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight?" implying this may not be the first strange incident they've experienced on the abandoned floor. The atmosphere of the video alone is enough to make it feel eerie, especially knowing the area has supposedly been closed off for years. Of course, there could still be more ordinary explanations behind some of what's happening, especially in an older hospital where electrical issues wouldn't exactly be uncommon. Even so, the workers' reactions make it seem like this wasn't entirely normal to them either. So who exactly is Ethel, and why do the workers seem so familiar with these strange occurrences? Whatever the explanation may be, it's definitely a creepy video to watch late at night.
Number 16.
Over on TikTok, a man named Nolan Brock posted a video to his account back in February of 2023 that showcases a piece of home security camera footage taken inside his living room. Nolan says he had accidentally fallen asleep on the couch at the time of the recording, and mentioned that when he reviewed the footage afterward, it genuinely terrified him.
Let's see what you got, brother. Okay. That right there is already like, bro, you know, door open. Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, just get up out of there, bro. Don't act like you ain't. Yeah, don't act surprised, bro. Get the fuck out of there. Your cat even got out of there.
At first, we can hear strange noises coming from the doors as they slowly begin moving on their own. Nolan appears to wake up briefly and look around before eventually falling back asleep on the couch. A little while later, the footage cuts ahead to another moment when Nolan is asleep once again. This time, one of the doors suddenly slams shut loudly, instantly jolting him awake in confusion as he tries to figure out what just happened. The build-up beforehand is what makes the clip feel especially unsettling. The doors don't immediately slam shut right away, but instead seem to move gradually at first before the louder incident happens later on. It's easy to see why some viewers interpreted this as some kind of paranormal activity, especially with how forcefully the door closes the second time around.
Yeah,
of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what happened, whether it was airflow inside the house or something else off camera that isn't obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the way the door moves and eventually slams shut still looks fairly unnatural, which is a big part of why the clip unsettled so many viewers. So what do you think happened here? Was this some kind of ghostly encounter, or just a strange coincidence caught on camera? Over on the cryptid subreddit, a user posted a video that's sure to get your skin crawling. In the description of the post, the uploader explains that he and his friend regularly go on late night walks and often talk about paranormal topics while they're out. One night, after the uploader left to go to the gym, his friend decided to walk home alone and took the long, spooky way, snapping random pictures along the way like they usually do. According to the post, the friend originally thought he may have photographed an animal, but after increasing the exposure of the image, they noticed something much stranger standing in the darkness. The uploader also insists the image was 100% unedited, other than the exposure increase, and mentions that when they returned to the area the following night, they heard noises that made them feel like they were being followed.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. That was them skinwalkers. It's a skinwalker.
As you can see, there definitely appears to be something standing off in the distance, though what exactly it is remains completely unclear.
What the fuck it is.
The silhouette and shape of the figure look unusual enough to immediately stand out once you notice it. To me, it almost resembles the popular creepypasta turned urban legend known as The Rake, though of course it could easily be something far more ordinary as well. There is the possibility that the figure is simply a person partially obscured by darkness and the increased exposure of the image, which can sometimes make shapes appear much stranger than they really are. Still, the shape of the figure is unsettling enough to make the image difficult to completely brush off. So what do you think this creature could be? If you have any theories or possible explanations, be sure to let me know down in the comments. Reddit user Iron Baboon posted a video to the UFO subreddit showcasing some eerie footage filmed on March 25th, 2026 at around 7 PM in Doha, Qatar. The clip was recorded during a thunderstorm and doesn't waste much time getting right to the strange part. Throughout the short video, 3 glowing orbs can be seen moving around in the sky in the middle of the storm.
What are those things?
Despite the heavy weather conditions, the lights appear distinct and separate from the lightning flashing throughout the clouds. The way the orbs move is what really stands out. They don't seem to behave like flashes of lightning or random reflections, which is why many viewers immediately connected the footage to UFOs or some kind of unexplained aerial phenomenon. Of course, there's always the possibility that the lights belong to some kind of conventional aircraft or another more ordinary object in the sky. But because of this storm and the limited quality of the footage, it's nearly impossible to say for certain what's actually being captured here. Even so, the way the 3 orbs appear, moving through the clouds, still gives the clip a very mysterious feel. So what do you think these mysterious lights were? Could they really be connected to UFOs, or was this something else entirely?
It's definitely some shit. But it's gotta involve the government. I believe that 100%.
A woman named Ricky Hill posted a video to her TikTok account in June of 2025 and walks viewers through a very bizarre and creepy incident that allegedly happened inside her home back in 2019. The home security camera footage starts off relatively uneventful, but within seconds, things begin to feel much more unsettling.
You will see as the light dims and then brightens, and then it will dim again, and then it will brighten again. And if you look past, like towards the kitchen area, right about, let's see, one more time maybe. Right now, you'll see her. You can see her coming through. She comes, turns around, walks past towards the kitchen area again. And then you'll see an orb dip out at the end. Also, if your brightness is not turned up, make sure to turn that up or else you can miss her.
As you can see, the the lights inside the house continuously dim and brighten over and over again, creating a pretty eerie atmosphere throughout the footage. But that isn't even the strangest part of the video. Right around here, what appears to be some kind of ghostly woman can briefly be seen walking through the house, passing by the kitchen area, before seemingly disappearing from view. The figure is faint, but visible enough to immediately stand out once you notice it moving through the frame. In the description of the post, Ricky claims that the woman's name was Mary and says she used to live in the house next door. According to the story, Mary was allegedly involved in an affair with multiple men, including one who supposedly lived in the very house Ricky now lives in. Ricky also claims that Mary's husband later found out and allegedly ended up killing the man. Unfortunately, Ricky never shared where this information came from, or whether any of the story could actually be verified. Even so, if there's any truth to it at all, it definitely adds another layer of unease to the footage. Of course, there's also the possibility that the figure is simply a trick of lighting, camera exposure, or video compression, especially with the lights flickering throughout the clip. Still, the way the shape moves through the kitchen makes the footage difficult to completely ignore. So what do you think was captured inside Ricky's home? Was this really the spirit of someone connected to the house, or just an eerie coincidence caught on camera?
Well, if we have more context to the video, we'll probably be able to figure it out. Number 12. Yeah,
on December 25th, 2025, a TikTok account known as Urban Explorers posted a video showing them wandering through a forest when they suddenly came across a strange hole in the ground. Curious about what might be inside, they decided to climb down and explore the tunnel-like area beneath it, which, as you might expect, turned out to be a pretty bad idea.
Y'all just gonna keep following the motherfuckers, ain't it?
According to the explorers, they immediately started feeling uneasy once they entered the tunnel, even mentioning that it felt like they were having a panic attack while walking through the area. Despite that feeling, they continued deeper inside. Then, right around the 18-second mark, if you look carefully toward the end of the tunnel, you can make out what appears to be some kind of pale face staring directly back at them from the darkness. The figure is difficult to fully make out, but it's visible enough to immediately stand out once you notice it.
That could be fake.
It's easy to see why some viewers found the clip genuinely creepy, especially because the face appears surprisingly clear once spotted. Of course, there's also the possibility that the entire thing was staged or edited as a hoax. At the same time, if the face hadn't actually been added in afterward, it does raise the question of how the uploader supposedly never noticed something so obvious while filming and editing the video. So what do you think was hiding at the end of that tunnel? Was it simply a hoax or something far creepier?
That glows with red eyes, bro. That's exactly what it is. He turned perfect time and he catches that thing. Bullshit.
Over on TikTok, a man named Kyle Anthony posted a piece of home security camera footage filmed inside his house late at night, during what seemed like a completely peaceful evening. Despite the video starting off normal, it doesn't take very long for things to become a little unsettling.
See that? What just flew up? What the fuck? Is that like dust or something?
Right around here, one of the chairs in the kitchen area suddenly appears to move all on its own. What also makes the moment interesting is that Kyle's cat doesn't really seem to react to it at all. The movement itself is subtle, but noticeable enough to immediately stand out once you see it happen. A second clip filmed later that night shows even more strange activity taking place in the kitchen. The fact that both incidents reportedly happened on the same night definitely makes the footage feel a bit more eerie, especially with objects seemingly moving without anyone nearby. Of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what's happening here, whether it's something off camera, vibrations in the house, or another detail not obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the timing and movement in both clips are strange enough to leave viewers questioning it. So what do you think was happening inside Kyle's kitchen that night? Could this really be some kind of paranormal activity, or is there another explanation behind it?
This one was realer than the last one, I'll tell you that. It's... What the fuck is even that? 16? Number 16?
On February 7th, 2026, a TikTok user known as Paranormal Empress posted a video to her account explaining that she was simply trying to take a picture to show her husband that the kitchen light had been left on, when much to her surprise, she captured this.
Yo, no. No, sir. No, sir.
It's hard to deny just how eerie the image looks. The figure definitely resembles a person, but at the same time, there's something about it that feels strangely off, almost like some kind of ghostly apparition standing in the room. The shape of the face and body are faint, yet still clear enough to immediately catch your attention once you notice them in the photo.
Yeah, fuck that.
The uploader goes on to say that in her opinion, the figure resembles Anne Boleyn, who she claims is actually one of her relatives. When placing the two images side by side, there does appear to be at least some resemblance between the faces. Some viewers believe the image could simply be a hoax, with the ghostly figure digitally edited into the photo afterward.
I don't know what
that said, others feel the image looks convincing enough to at least make them question it. So what do you think was captured in this photo? Could it really be some kind of ghostly figure, or is there another explanation behind the image?
Shit yourself.
TikTok user WillowHunter74 says that on the night of March 12, 2026, they were suddenly awoken at around 3 o'clock in the morning after thinking they heard the downstairs tap running. Curious and a little unsettled, WillowHunter decided to check the home security camera footage to see if anything unusual had happened during the night. This is what was reportedly captured.
Yeah, hell no, what?
The footage first shows a teddy bear suddenly falling from a chair, before a short while later, a nearby door opens on its own. Neither moment is especially dramatic on its own, but together they create a pretty eerie atmosphere, especially knowing the incidents supposedly happened in the middle of the night, while everyone was asleep.
Shitty-ass kitchen.
Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of extra context provided with the video beyond the uploader hearing what sounded like running water earlier that night. Of course, there could still be other explanations behind what's happening in the footage. Even so, seeing both incidents happen in the same clip is enough to make the video feel unsettling. So what do you think was happening inside WillowHunter's house that night? Could this really have been paranormal activity, or just a strange coincidence caught on camera?
Yeah, what coincidence is that, bro? There ain't no fucking coincidence. The fuck a number is.
This eerie video was posted to TikTok on February 11th, 2026 by a user known as Joe the Wheels, and showcases footage filmed by his mother back in 2019, who seemingly encountered something strange while simply trying to relax at home one night.
Somebody sleeping? Just make a recording?
Even though the footage is fairly blurry and difficult to make out clearly, if you look closely right around here, you can see what appears to be some kind of ghostly head peering down from the ceiling. The figure is only visible for a brief moment, but once you notice it, it becomes pretty hard to ignore. What makes the clip especially unsettling is the positioning of the face itself, almost as if something is watching from above in complete silence. Of course, there could still be another explanation behind what's being seen in the footage, especially given the low quality of the video. Even so, the shape visible near the ceiling definitely gives the clip a creepy atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's unclear what happened after the video ended, but hopefully Joe's mother never had to experience anything like this again. So what do you think was captured in this video? Was it really some kind of ghostly figure?
I'm getting back at it, man. Y'all like and subscribe, man. Hype the video if you can. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one.